Welcome, gamers and adventure seekers. Today we're diving into the world of games that share the spirit of Elden Ring. Epic journeys filled with challenge, mystery, and breathtaking worlds. Let's explore 5 titles that will satisfy your craving for deep, immersive experiences. First up, we have the grandfather of the genre, Dark Souls. This iconic game set the standard for punishing yet rewarding gameplay that Elden Ring later built upon. In Dark Souls, players find themselves in the decaying realm of Lordran, a once great kingdom now overrun by the undead. The game's intricate level design is a masterclass in world building, with interconnected areas that reveal shortcuts and secrets as you progress. Each new area brings fresh challenges and fearsome bosses that will test your skills and patience. What sets Dark Souls apart is its unforgiving combat system. Every enemy encounter is a potential death sentence, forcing players to approach each situation with caution and strategy. The game's unique approach to storytelling, where lore is gleaned from item descriptions and cryptic NPC dialogue, creates a sense of mystery that keeps players engaged long after they've conquered its formidable challenges. While Elden Ring expanded on this formula with an open world, Dark Souls' tighter, more claustrophobic environments create a sense of dread and triumph that's hard to match. The customization options in Dark Souls are vast, allowing players to craft their perfect warrior through a variety of weapons, armor, and magical abilities. This depth of character building, combined with the game's subtle narrative and haunting atmosphere, makes for an unforgettable experience that laid the groundwork for Elden Ring's expansive world and lore. Venturing into the gothic horror realm, we find Bloodborne, another masterpiece from the creators of Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Set in the Victorian-inspired city of Yharnam, Bloodborne trades medieval fantasy for cosmic horror, creating a uniquely disturbing and captivating world. The game's fast-paced, aggressive combat system is a stark contrast to the more methodical approach of Elden Ring, encouraging players to take risks and stay on the offensive. Bloodborne's Lovecraftian narrative unfolds in a city gripped by a mysterious plague that turns its inhabitants into bestial creatures. As players delve deeper into Yharnam's blood-soaked streets and twisted architecture, they uncover a cosmic horror story that will haunt them long after the credits roll. The game's unique trick weapons, which can transform mid-combat, add a layer of strategy and spectacle to each encounter, making every fight a visceral dance of death. Where Elden Ring offers a vast open world to explore, Bloodborne focuses on a more concentrated, interconnected city design. This tighter focus allows for incredibly detailed environments, each dripping with atmosphere and hidden lore. The game's sound design is particularly noteworthy, with haunting melodies and blood-curdling screams that heighten the sense of dread and excitement. While Bloodborne may lack Elden Ring's breadth, it more than makes up for it in depth, offering a more focused and intense experience that will appeal to fans of horror and action alike. Shifting gears, we come to Nioh, a game that blends the challenging combat of Souls-like games with the rich mythology of feudal Japan. Set during a fictionalized version of the Sengoku period, Nioh puts players in the shoes of William, a Western samurai navigating a land torn apart by war and yokai, supernatural creatures from Japanese folklore. The game's combat system is arguably even more complex than Elden Ring's, featuring 3 distinct stances for each weapon type and a stamina system that requires careful management. Nioh's unique selling point is its fusion of historical fiction and supernatural elements. Players will encounter both real historical figures and mythical beings, creating a world that feels both grounded and fantastical. The game's mission-based structure differs from Elden Ring's open world, offering more focused, bite-sized challenges that are perfect for players who prefer a more structured experience. Where Nioh truly shines is in its loot system and character customization. Players can collect a vast array of weapons, armor, and magical items, each with unique properties and set bonuses. This creates a satisfying loop of combat, loot collection, and character optimization that can keep players engaged for hundreds of hours. While Elden Ring offers a more seamless world to explore, Nioh's tighter focus on combat mechanics and gear progression provides a different, equally compelling experience for those who love to perfect their builds and tackle increasingly difficult challenges. For those seeking a more stylized take on the Souls-like formula, Hollow Knight offers a hauntingly beautiful 2D world to explore. This indie gem puts players in control of a small, silent knight exploring the vast underground kingdom of Hallownest. While it may not share Elden Ring's 3D landscapes, Hollow Knight captures the same sense of wonder and discovery as you uncover new areas and piece together the kingdom's tragic history. Hollow Knight's hand-drawn art style is a feast for the eyes, bringing to life a world of decaying grandeur and quirky insectoid characters. The game's tight, responsive controls make navigating its perilous environments a joy, while its challenging boss battles rival anything found in Elden Ring for sheer spectacle and difficulty. The metroidvania-style progression, where new abilities unlock previously inaccessible areas, creates a satisfying sense of growth and exploration. What sets Hollow Knight apart is its incredible attention to detail and the sheer amount of content packed into its underground world. From optional bosses to hidden areas and multiple endings, the game rewards thorough exploration in ways that even Elden Ring would envy. The haunting soundtrack, composed by Christopher Larkin, perfectly complements the game's melancholic atmosphere, creating an experience that lingers in the mind long after the final credits roll. While Hollow Knight may lack Elden Ring's 3D environments and character customization, it makes up for it with tight, focused gameplay and a world brimming with secrets. For players who enjoy the sense of discovery and challenge found in Elden Ring, but are looking for a different perspective, Hollow Knight offers a masterclass in 2D game design that shouldn't be missed. Last but certainly not least, we have Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, another masterpiece from the creators of Elden Ring. Set in a fictionalized version of 16th century Japan, Sekiro puts players in the role of Wolf, a shinobi on a quest for revenge and redemption. While it shares DNA with Elden Ring in terms of challenging gameplay and intricate world design, Sekiro carves out its own identity with a unique combat system focused on posture and precise parrying. Sekiro's world is a brutal, yet beautiful vision of feudal Japan, blending historical elements with supernatural twists. From misty mountains to war-torn castles, each area is meticulously crafted to tell a story through its environment. The game's verticality, enabled by the protagonist's grappling hook, adds a new dimension to exploration that even Elden Ring doesn't match. This freedom of movement creates exhilarating possibilities for both combat and traversal. What truly sets Sekiro apart is its combat system. Unlike Elden Ring's variety of builds and playstyles, Sekiro focuses on mastering a single weapon, the katana. The game's posture system turns each fight into an intense duel, where the goal is to break your opponent's stance rather than simply deplete their health. This creates a unique rhythm to combat that feels both challenging and immensely satisfying when mastered. Sekiro's approach to storytelling is more direct than Elden Ring's, with a clear narrative and defined protagonist. This allows for a more personal story, exploring themes of loyalty, duty, and the cost of immortality. The game's multiple endings provide replay value, encouraging players to explore different choices and uncover all of Sekiro's secrets. While Sekiro may lack Elden Ring's vast open world and build variety, it offers a more focused, skill-based experience that pushes players to perfect their technique. Its unique take on combat and movement, combined with its haunting vision of feudal Japan, creates an unforgettable journey that stands shoulder to shoulder with its open-world counterpart. As we've seen, each of these games offers its own unique twist on the challenging, exploration-driven gameplay that fans of Elden Ring crave. From Dark Souls' foundational influence to Bloodborne's gothic horror, Nioh's historical fantasy, Hollow Knight's 2D artistry, and Sekiro's razor-sharp focus on swordplay, there's something here for every type of player. What unites these games is their commitment to creating rich, mysterious worlds that reward curiosity and perseverance. They each offer deep, satisfying combat systems that demand mastery, coupled with intricate lore that unfolds as players delve deeper into their worlds. While none can match Elden Ring's sheer scale, each brings something unique to the table that expands and enriches the genre. For those who've conquered the lands between and are hungry for more, these 5 games offer hundreds of hours of challenging, rewarding gameplay. Whether you prefer the tight corridors of Lordran, the blood-soaked streets of Yharnam, the yokai-infested landscapes of Japan, the insectoid kingdom of Halonest, or the vertical playgrounds of Sekiro, you're sure to find new worlds to lose yourself in. Remember, the joy of these games isn't just in the destination, but in the journey itself. Each death is a lesson, each victory hard-earned, and each secret uncovered a reward for your persistence. So sharpen your blades, attune your spells, and prepare for new adventures. The worlds of Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Nioh, Hollow Knight, and Sekiro await, each offering a unique flavor of the challenge and mystery that made you fall in love with Elden Ring. As you embark on these new quests, keep in mind the skills you honed in the lands between. The patience you learned, the observational skills you developed, and the persistence you cultivated will serve you well in these equally unforgiving realms. But also be prepared to adapt, to learn new systems and strategies, for each of these games has its own rules and rhythms to master. Whether you're parrying in Lordran, rallying in Yharnam, stance dancing in Japan, spell slinging in Halonest, or grappling through Ashina, you'll find that same sense of accomplishment that comes from overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds. And who knows? You might even discover a new favorite along the way. So, brave Tarnished, are you ready to expand your horizons? To test your skills in new arenas and unravel fresh mysteries? The path ahead is fraught with danger, filled with fearsome foes and daunting challenges. But for those with the courage to persevere, untold rewards await. Your next great adventure is calling. Will you answer? Remember, in these games, as in Elden Ring, death is not the end. It's merely a new beginning. Each failure brings with it a lesson, each defeat an opportunity to grow stronger. So don't be discouraged by the challenges ahead. Embrace them, learn from them, and let them fuel your determination to press on. As you venture into these new worlds, take a moment to appreciate the artistry behind them. From the haunting melodies that underscore your journey to the intricate details hidden in every corner of the game world. Each of these titles is a labor of love, crafted by developers who share your passion for deep, engaging gameplay experiences. Whether you choose to face the twisted beasts of Bloodborne, unravel the mysteries of Hollow Knight, or perfect your parrying in Sekiro, you're in for an unforgettable journey. These games, like Elden Ring, aren't just about defeating bosses or reaching the end credits. They're about the stories you create along the way, the triumphant victories and narrow escapes that you'll be recounting to fellow gamers for years to come. So, grab your controller, steel your nerves, and prepare to lose yourself in these rich, challenging worlds. The legacy of Elden Ring awaits you in each of these remarkable games. May your reflexes be sharp, your wits keen, and your spirit unbreakable. The next chapter of your gaming saga begins now. Are you ready to write it?